I've chased all kinds of fish across the Midwest, but there's always been one that's been out of reach, the Arctic grayling. They can be hard to find in the lower 48, but today that changes. I'm here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado with my friend Tyler Ray of Chasing Ice Outdoors, and we're gonna check this one off the bucket list. Well, hey guys, don't mind us as we walk down to our first fishing spot here. Turns out it's about 20-mile-per-hour winds and we're at 9,500 feet, trekking through up to 3 foot of snow. Doesn't exactly make easy filming conditions, but we're determined to catch a grayling today. So we're gonna persevere. We're gonna get you guys on some grayling footage here. Tyler, you said that this was shallower snow right here.
No, I said we can see sticks.
But we're almost there. All right, I'm gonna keep trekking on here. I'll see you guys on the ice. We're about 200-yard walk from the truck, but walking through 3 foot of snow is tough. It takes a lot out of you just going that 200 yards. Tyler says we got about 6 inches of ice probably.
Open 5, 6. Some of the areas are going to be a lot less. We'll just have to spud as we go. And the wind up here, as you can tell, fights us making ice. It's finally capped and building.
First ice. There?
Yeah.
You're right, I think there's probably at least 4, at least. Yeah. Probably 5.
Yeah. We're golden.
I'll tell you what, this is brutal for the first day of fishing. We're fishing Wright Reservoir here, up right on the edge of Rocky Mountain National Park, and Tyler has us out right at the mouth where the water spills out from Wright Reservoir, and I think this is where the grayling are going to stack up. Tyler's already had one get off. And I'm fishing about 3 foot of water. And from what I understand, grayling are really aggressive. So I've just got a gold pinhead minnow spoon on by Clam. Hoping the gold can attract them in. And Tyler's got one already. Check it out. Oh, there we go.
Doesn't get any better than that big dorsal. That's what we're here for.
Oh, look at that dorsal fin on that thing. It's your glove.
Those colors. Black stripe under the jaw.
Wow.
Gorgeous fish.
Those fins are insane on that.
See the reds on the tip, the dots.
Awesome, beautiful fish. How big do they get in here?
Up to 19, 20 inches.
Oh man.
Nice size ones. That's just a little guy. Good way.
Nice job. I think I'm moving closer to Tyler.
Got another good one here. That's what we're here for. Look at that dorsal fin. The red, the dots, that is prime example of Arctic grayling. Doesn't get any prettier than that. That is exactly what we're here for.
Wow. Beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous.
And look at the teals, the greens, the reds. It's got it all. Perfect. He won't see sun again until about mid-June. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Average size. Joe Wright.
Joe was.
I got the wrong one. I got the giant one. It worked. Our one came out of nowhere.
I think we're gonna relocate here. Bite slow down in that spot. Move a little bit further. There's a channel where the water spills out from the reservoir. We're gonna try it. Or just a couple hundred yards down from where we were. Oh, come on. No, come back. Yeah. All right.
Got him.
No pressure. No pressure. Wait a second. That's not a grayling. It's definitely not a grayling.
That's a rainbow.
That's a rainbow, huh?
Rainbow.
I've never seen a rainbow with that kind of mellow colors and black dots on it. Usually they have a lot more vivid colors on them. All right, not target species, but we'll let that one go. On the board. That one coming either. Gentle. This one's fighting pretty good.
This is rainbow.
Yes! Finally! The little grayling. Well, I might have been just being gentle. I didn't want to lose the fish. This might be my only grayling. Woo! An hour and a half flight from Des Moines to Denver. 2 days at a hostel in Denver for Tyler Ray to take me up here and finally get my first grayling. I just love the fins on these things. There's no other fish like it. Got the red dots in that fin, the black dots along the side. Came in and crushed it. We'll put it back. Let's see if we can catch a bigger one. I know there's bigger ones in here. That one felt a little bit different than the rainbow. Yeah, it was just kind of a lot more like this. Pulling a little bit more frequently. Well, that was exciting.
Good.
I think we found some fish. All right, with the 30-mile-per-hour winds and the 5-degree wind chill, I think we can go home now. little grayling. A little grayling is better than a no grayling. The neat thing about grayling is that they're an indicator fish. And so what that means is they're hypersensitive to water quality. And so when graylings start disappearing, it's a great indicator that you've got some pollution or your water's dirtied up, because they traditionally want crystal clean, cold, clear water. So with that being said, clearly up in the mountains here, right on the edge of the Rocky Mountain National Park, the water's clear enough and clean enough to support a population of grayling. But when I was doing my research for this trip, I found out that there were native species of grayling in Michigan even, but as our water quality got worse, so did the populations of grayling. But you're gonna have to go into the mountains or somewhere around Colorado, Wyoming, Montana area to find these awesome fish to catch. So it's a great little reservoir, not super huge, but supports these neat fish. Whoa! Oh, that was a good one. I'm not ready for these, they just come out of nowhere. This is so much fun though. Oh, here's a nicer grayling. Not huge, but bigger than my last one. Dang you, wind, stop it. You're taking away from this glorious moment. Oh, look at this. Oh, Miggy, look at the fin on this thing. There we go. Look at that. I got to get in the water quick because the wind is cold and it's freezing, but look at the fin on this. It's got red, blues, pinks, and some pink along the fin there. Such a beautiful fish. Wow, what do you think? Probably 12? 13? 13?
Maybe 13.
13? All right, go back in the drink. All right, I think we found some fish finally. That's on the clam dingle dropping gold. This has always been a little secret weapon that I've always liked. This little bead here, that little yellow bead, just gives it a little action when things are finicky. Not that these are being finicky, but I was having trouble catching them earlier. And I'm just using a little white Trigger X plastic. Compliments of Tyler Ray. Right there. Kind of what it looks like.
I failed to remember how little oxygen is up here, so it's just kicking our butts even walking back to the vehicle. Was Grayling worth it? Absolutely.
Day 2, wind is just as bad, but we're hardcore, baby, so we're going for it. More Arctic grayling to come. Oh, this is way better. Pulling a sled. there's Arctic grayling in these waters. This snow looks deep. Oh, gee. I'm just walking out here. Tyler Ray's already got one.
First grayling of the day. Simmer down, little buddy. Just like that.
Just like that.
We're on the board.
Jeez.
Welcome to the day.
My lure was stuck on the ice. Oh, there it is, there it is.
Came back.
Came back. There it is. Winning. Simmer down now. Super aggressive fish. I didn't know they would be this aggressive. I'd heard they were, but they come in and just slam it. If they miss it, they'll come back. Check that one off the bucket list. I better put a plastic on. All right, what do I want to try? I have so many plastics. That's the one I was supposed to catch.
Nice dark.
Really dark. I'm gonna try a whammy. I've never tried one before. I think I'm gonna have to cut it in half, but there we go. They're not gonna be able to say no to that. Oh geez, get my mitten on. That didn't take long. Still there. Got him. Finally. That was a dry spell there for a while. God, these are such cool fish. Another probably 12-incher if he would stay still for a sec. Oh no. So white Mackie whammy with a white silky and a gold dingle drop. Well, the wind is kind of pushing us off this spot. The wind's picking up pretty good now. So I think we're gonna go warm up in the truck and go see if we can find some rainbows on a different pond that might be a little bit more protected from the wind. So we're gonna pack up here and head back to the truck. Well, we were able to find a spot a little bit further into the mountain range that really reduced the wind here because we're fishing along a dam and that wind is being blocked by the dam. So we're gonna see what we can catch out of here. There's not gonna be grayling, but since we're in the mountains, there's a likely chance there's some good rainbows in here. So that's exciting. Well, before we set up and we fish in the second spot, I wanted to show you guys this backpack that I bought from Clam. It's their new fishing backpack. I think this would be perfect for someone like my dad, Captain Tony, because he always wears a backpack when he's fishing. But I think the cool thing about this is it has rod holders in it. So it's got protection here with fabric that's not gonna get hung up by hooks. But then the nice thing is once you bring these rods and put them down here, they have guides to hold your rods in place so they don't move, which is the biggest problem when you're trying to transport rods, just some moving around stuff getting hooked in it. We got a couple different pockets, but like on this trip where we have to travel light, I've got my camera gear in here, I've got lures, and I've got plastics. There's plenty of room, and it's waterproof. So I really like this backpack. I think it's gonna be nice, especially if I do any tournaments and you're just trying to be light. If it's a no machine tournament, for someone like my dad that just carries all of his gloves and stuff in here, it's a nice little all-in-one unit. So it's worked good so far, and pretty happy with it. New lake, new spot, new rod. Since I've got a chance for a big rainbow here, I'm going to switch it up. This is actually the one I take to Cascade usually. It's the Katana 34-inch noodle with a Katana reel. And I have about 4 or 5 pound test on here. And a little bit bigger profile bait, gold pinhead minnow with a waxworm on there. And if I get a big rainbow, this should handle it. Let's drop it down and see how aggressive these are. There were some guys coming off the ice when we got on. They said they were hitting them pretty good, so. I saw it flutter by. Whoa! I broke my line. It broke at my leader. Oh, jeez. I did. It just like was on my lure. I didn't even have to fight it. Got a bow on. I can tell by how it's fighting. 12 foot of water. Gold spoon. Oh, I just saw it for a sec. I want to break my line on this one. I know what's going to happen when I get out of the hole. It's going to be slimy, spinning all over the place. There it is. Oh, look at the colors on that one. It's a pretty one.
That would need some size.
Yep. Not a big one. Nice Colorado rainbow. Fought good, coming in aggressive. I didn't even really have to jig at all. Thanks for playing. The good old boys that were here before us, they were leaving. They asked us if we wanted their wax worms. I said sure. Joe Wright is artificials only, so we weren't able to use any live bait, but now we can. Tyler's on. Oh.
You pull the deucer?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Give you a little fight.
So one thing when you're in Colorado, to know if you've caught a natural reproducing fish or a stocked fish, is most of the time when that fish comes out of a hatchery, they're going to cut this rear fin off and they snip that. When you catch a fish that's missing that, you know it came from the hatchery. This one with the gorgeous colors, it's got its last fin there, you know that it was a naturally reproducing fish.
Nice job. Boop. T2 toothpick every time. Just like that. Oh. Well, it was an amazing trip out to the Rocky Mountains. I had an amazing time with Tyler Ray here with Chasing Ice Outdoors. The weather's still kind of beating on us and it's getting dark, so we need to head out. But we got the Grayling off the bucket list. We got some bonus rainbows and we got to do it with the backdrop of the Rocky Mountains. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
gas station's been closed. The irony's not lost on me, I'm freezing to the bone. But what bothers me is I'm so far away from home. What bothers me is I'm so far away from home, 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 home.